More than half the world's plant and animal species live in swamps and jungles. It's a vertical landscape that pushes the very limits of animal engineering. And when animals so brilliantly equipped come into contact, some of nature's most remarkable moments unfold. These are moments of wonder. Incredible, ingenious, and entirely real. Often they're too fast, too small, or too hidden to be understood. But if we can capture them, what it takes to survive in the jungle can finally be revealed. In the tropical rainforests of Central America, blue morpho butterflies often stay hidden in the shadows of the dark understory. Occasionally, they'll venture into sunny clearings to forage on food dropped from the canopy above. But in the jungle, danger lies in wait. A hungry lizard has caught sight of the morpho's shiny wings. And the basilisk lizard is uniquely equipped with the most wondrous means for capturing its game. The lizard's water walking seems to override the very laws of physics. A moment so surprising. To understand it, we need to unpack the critical steps that get this predator to its prey. It all starts with the morpho's wing shimmer. And it's with these wings that the blue morpho tries to mount a defense. First and foremost, they can escape by flying. But they can also stage a diversion, using a flash of their iridescent wings to startle a predator. In fact, their wings aren't really blue. The flash is a light trick, overlapping scales with tiny ridges that only reflect the color blue. What's more, when the morpho emerges from its cocoon, it's covered in markings resembling eyes. Eye spots can make a butterfly appear larger. As long as the morpho is flying, the lizard is no threat. But food at the water's edge tempts the morpho. Surrounded by water, it should be safe for it to stop and eat. With the pond in the way, most lizards wouldn't stand a chance. But this is no ordinary lizard. At the moment of the basilisk's approach, a final flashing of the morpho's wings. But it's not enough. The lizard gets its meal. Just one small act of survival, but a hint of the internal engineering that allows species to tackle an environment and thrive. 50% of the world's animal species live up here, and it's led to some remarkable motion specialists. Ones for whom our rules for getting from here to there just don't apply. The long-limbed spider monkey is perfectly suited for a life in the trees. Not every creature living in the canopy has taken up the Tarzan act. But even if they don't climb, or leap, or even walk very fast, they've got some surprising ways to obtain life's essentials. The forests of tropical Madagascar are home to about half the world's chameleon species, including the vibrantly colored panther. With almost everything it does, this chameleon is the personification of slow. Their tongue-like feet, working like pincers, and grasping prehensile tails keep them steady as they amble through the trees. They're in no hurry because nature has armed them in a different way to compete for canopy insects. And when one of them gets in range, Mr. Slow turns out to have an astonishing moment of speed. And its fast, telescoping tongue is matched by a quick, color-changing skin. Contrary to popular belief, chameleons don't change colors to camouflage their presence against the surroundings. It has more to do with communication between very solitary creatures. A rare moment of contact and a flash of emotion. Coloring reflects their mood when sparring with other males. Or when they're attracting the attention of females adorned in a blander exterior. The mechanics of this color change take place just below their transparent outer skin. Stretchable pigment cells, called chromatophores, are ringed with muscle fibers. When the fibers contract, they pull on the pigment cells, quickly spreading their color. The upper layer handles red and yellow tints. Below, another layer of cells reflects blue light. While the chameleon's skin show is impressive, it's their tongue's capacity to snatch a meal from a distance that really defines the moment. The unusual attack begins with the chameleon's eyes, the most distinctive of any reptile. Each eye can rotate and focus separately. With but a pinhole in the center, they have a full 360-degree view to find prey. The slow-moving chameleon never chases the quarry, only edges towards it. He moves his head bit by bit. Now, the eyes are locked in sync to judge the distance. Then the tongue takes over. About 20 milliseconds. That's all it takes. But with high-speed cameras, we can observe the action as it catapults over 1,600 feet per second. How it works is another case of animal ingenuity. The tongue is sheathed on the tip of a bone that helps support it. A tightly coiled spring of collagen and accelerator muscles create a biological catapult that propels the tongue tip as a bow shoots an arrow. When extended, the retractable tongue is longer than the chameleon's entire body. Over millions of years, nature has been perfecting this design. Now we're getting a view of just how amazing it is. The sticky tip gloms on like a baseball glove. Skin flaps ensure the prey stays put as it jets back to the panther's hungry mouth. In the jungles of Venezuela, the noise of the canopy above is but a distant racket. The forest floor is quiet. Yet despite the apparent calm, it's a torrent of activity. the largest group of animals living in the jungle is busy. Insects. The variety of their forms is staggering. Their capabilities, astonishing. These leafcutter ants are showing off their super strength, transporting plant material 10 times their own weight, equivalent to humans carrying around Volkswagens. It's always rush hour here, a relentless headlong push to bring plant fragments to their underground fungus gardens. All this heavy lifting, carried out by a totally female work core, comes down to a pair of powerful muscles in the jaw. And just below the leafcutters is another ant with superpowers, the carnivorous trap-jaw ant. They make their homes in leaf litter and logs. Unlike the leafcutters, these ants can't dig. Their oversized jaws make that impossible. But these massive mandibles open up other possibilities. For the longest time, the true force of their bite went unnoticed, until scientists realized that within this tiny ant's jaw is a bite force stronger than a shark's, accelerating at 2,300 times faster than the blink of an eye. Missed it? Here it is again, filmed at 1,000 frames a second. A creature this small isn't supposed to generate this kind of force, 300 times its own body weight. But it's an example of nature designing a crossbow to amplify muscle power. Huge contracting muscles in the head are held with a biomechanical latch, spring-loaded and ready for a trigger, usually when sensory hairs on the insides of the jaw are stimulated. The force of the jaw strike is so strong, if it strikes against the hard ground, the recoil can catapult the ant into the air. In human terms, it would be a leap of 130 feet. Scientists aren't certain how the jaws of these ants got pushed to such extremes. But unlike many other ants that work in groups, trap jaws are solitary hunters. Since they're on their own, perhaps each attack has to count decisively. Whether it's defending the colony or transporting food. For many jungle ants, the business end of this endeavor is the jaws.